let's start off with just telling all the viewers a little bit about you, a little bit about your company. So if you could introduce in a few words, we could start off with that.
Sure, my pleasure. So my name is Marcus Landgren. I'm the one of the founders and the CEO of Swedbyte. Swedbyte is a value-adding reseller who is headquartered out of Stockholm in Sweden, but we do business in a lot of different countries. And we have a partnership with you guys at Freshworks, which is one of our main partnerships, alongside with the partnerships we have with Google and Asana. So basically, besides just reselling the licenses, we also provide value-adding consultancy services, such as like implementation projects, education, support, and maintenance. And of course, we also customize the solutions to fit the customer's needs. And on top of that, we've also released several apps in your marketplace. I think a lot of you guys might know the integration between Instagram and Freshdesk, which is one of the apps that we have done. So a lot of things going on.
Great. I think you've been with us for so many years now, probably 9 years in this partnership journey with us, and we rightly like all our the partner community to actually scale to where where you have come, because you've started out as a reseller, and you rightly said you're also doing implementation for our customers locally and also some of our global customers, and you're also listed on our marketplace in terms of joint app customization and development. So that's a great journey. How do you see Freshworks in this whole point of view? I know you mentioned you're working with the likes of Google and Asana, so multi-vendors as well. How do you see Freshworks, and how has your journey been with Freshworks? Anything that you can share as part of the partner community that will help us better?
Sure. I mean, as you mentioned, our journey with you has been very long, actually. I think we were one of the first partners to join in the partner program. So I think we're now like among the top 3 or so biggest partners that you have globally as well. So when we joined, I think Freshworks was actually called Freshdesk back then, the company. You only had one product, so you were basically a one-trick pony, and I think your employee, the headcount was around like 400 people or so. So you have had a tremendous growth, and of course the IPO that you did last year as well was sort of the crown on that. So it's been a very intense run, and as a partner to you, we always have to stay on our toes and do our best to keep up with the super high tempo that you have. And that has really pushed us as well to always like do our best and to keep expanding and trying to keep up with the pace that you guys have. And I mean, if you compare that to another vendor such as Google, where they have sort of a more steady market share, it's a very different way how we collaborate with, for instance, Google and with you guys. So with Freshworks, we've really been a part or to help you grow your market share and along on that journey, which also have formed a very like closely knit partner community. So many of the partners on a global scale we've met physically on these different events before the COVID struck. So I mean, many of the resellers around the globe have become like business partners and also like friends. So we try to help each other out and give each other help in different aspects, and that's something we don't really see in other partnerships, such as, for instance, with Google.
Sure. Thanks, Marcus. We often get asked this question, right, as part of the organization. For a salesperson, right? Today, a salesperson has various sources of a pipeline that can be provided, and one such pipeline is the partner pipeline, and he relies heavily on the partner pipeline. So, from a sales point of view, how do you see that kind of coming together? Because it's all about collaboration, and such markets, the need for collaboration is much more. Any examples that you would want to possibly highlight in terms of how how these wins have been in collaboration with sales. So that'll really help make it understand much more better with an example. Something that you'd like to share, possibly?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think, like, if we look back into the very beginning of our partnership with you, we basically got a lot of leads from you, and they were mainly like in the SMB segment. But over the years, we have shifted, and we're working much more towards the mid-market and the enterprise segment. And I think that's a natural development for both you and for us that we do that shift, because when you start to work towards the mid-market and enterprise segment, these companies are requiring a lot more local presence. So we are, like, being a local company, not only do we speak the local language, but we also understand like the local business culture. We know the customers, and we can keep like a much more intimate and ongoing relationship with them. And we of course have a lot of other customer references coming from the same markets where the needs and the challenges are similar. So what we have seen is that the more we have worked together with your field team and your sales team, the more we actually start to be able to win bigger deals, because the mid-market and enterprise segment, they require someone locally who can understand their business and who can be there. So I think that's where we really can contribute. And again, we are also like an extra engine for you guys at Freshworks, who on our own create a lot of buzz and events and whatnot to build our pipeline. So it goes both ways, and I think the more we collaborate together, the more we will actually win together as well.
Sure, thank you. That's a nice message. More collaboration equals more wins. Thank you, Marcus. Thanks very much for your time. I think very valuable insights, and we'll continue to keep these conversations going. Thank you for being a part of our partner community, and we look forward to building this journey with you. Once again,
thanks a lot, Ganesh, and we're looking forward to the coming 9 years.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Pleasure.
Cheers.
Thanks.